Alright, so we are out here doing a sniffy walk. It looks like I'm on a trail, but I'm just in a really open park field. So I've done a video on this before, but not necessarily in a park setting. So I kind of wanted to just show you guys. It's not going to be a super interesting video. This is pretty much what we do. But in an environment like this, where we're not on a trail, there's nobody around here. I use a lot of kind of choice-based type adventure time, where Wrigley decides mostly where we go. Now, if she were going to take me off like into the road up there or down a path that leads in a completely different direction from where we're trying to go, I'll guide her in kind of the way that, I want to stay in. But she likes to sniff along the edge here. There's lots of good sniffs over here. But if she wanted to take off into the middle of the field, we do that too. So she's on a 15-foot line right now. It tends to be kind of a busier time at this time in the day, so sometimes I put her on a 30-foot line, sometimes she's on the 15-foot, got her on the 15-foot today. But as you can see, the line is dragging and I'm just kind of holding on to the end of it, and I am following her wherever she wants to go. So this is most of our walks. I'm not walking, I'm standing still, and this dog will stop and sniff for upwards of like 3 to 4 minutes sometimes at one spot. Yeah, you get it. We control a lot of our dog's choices in life, when they eat their food, when they do training with us, when they play, when they go for walks, where they go for walks, all this stuff. So there really isn't a whole lot of room for really true choice-based decisions, but this is an area where she can have that, and giving her choice over what she does and what happens to her. Where'd she go? Absolutely is a form of enrichment, and something that she's not able to get as easily in the rest of our day-to-day life. So choosing which direction she wants to go, which sniff she wants to sniff. This is not exercise for me, this is for her. Like I said, I'm standing still most of this walk. In a good hour, we might make it a mile, if that. So this is all for her, and checking out all the pee mail and getting all of her sniffs in. This is something that Wrigley really enjoys, clearly. And so it's something that I prioritize as a part of her weekly enrichment. We try to do this 2 or 3 times a week with her, and it is up to her where she wants this walk to go. She wants to stop, she can stop for as long as she wants. And here she's off on a scent somewhere, so I'm gonna follow her. Again, we're in a field, there's no one else around, so I can give her the choice to decide where she wants to go. So yeah, sniffy walks, this is kind of what our sniffy walks look like, is Wrigley deciding where she wants to go, and if it's within reason, we will go that way. And having an open field like this where nobody else is around makes that choice-based element a whole lot easier. This isn't always going to be possible. At the very least, letting your dog sniff or going a different direction on your daily walks with them is super helpful. If you can't get them out to a park like this, and in a park that is not super crowded with people and other dogs and whatnot, I know that's not a reality for a lot of people. There are a lot of off-leash dogs that come around here, like these two way over there, so we're gonna hang out farther away from them. But yeah, stopping and just letting your dogs hang out and sniff, and choosing where they want to sniff, and choosing where they want to go and what direction they want to go, all of that can be massively enriching, that they won't necessarily get in other areas of their lives. So this is kind of what our sniffy walks look like and what I'd recommend trying to do with your dog. So here, I don't want to get too close. Let's go. I don't want to get too close to those off-leash dogs. So here, I'm taking away the choice for a moment to ensure her safety. And I don't feel like dealing with that today, so we're going to go off in the other direction. Like I said, choice within reason. Not every single time where she wants to go. It's going to be actually safe for us to go that way. But that's okay. It's just a quick redirection and checking where these dogs actually are. Yeah, these dogs are all over the place. I think we're going to exit here so we don't have to deal with that. We're onto something here. What do you find, Weeks? Sorry, I'm kind of getting a lot of butt shots. And this is another area that I'm going to opt for. We're not going to go that way. My goal is to go that way, back into the park. But she can explore the 15 feet length that she has. No, go around, lady. Go around. Good job. Is that fun? You stretched out your bandana? Yeah, it's pretty good. Alright, let's see where we're at here. Alright, we're getting back to an area where she can make choices again. Might have to take that bandana off. It's tracking pretty low. Headed towards this open field over here. So, I mean, while she's doing this, I'm kind of, hanging out and scoping out what is, okay, let's take that bandana off. I know it's kind of in your way, isn't it? There you go. I'm kind of scoping out what's around us. Dogs and people tend to pop up out of nowhere sometimes, it feels like, at parks. So, just keeping watch of what's around us to make sure we're not snuck up on by another dog, which for your dog might be a totally different situation than for a dog like Wrigley, who really does not appreciate that. So my job is safety monitor, basically. I like to find little pockets of areas that, like this, where we can stop and she can kind of have that choice factor back of choosing to stay in one location for a little while and not purposely putting ourselves in situations where I kind of constantly have to keep her close and keep her moving. Sometimes that's unavoidable and not at all what we're doing today, but different situation entirely. But today we're seeking out those pockets of quiet areas where she can take as long as she wants at a sniff and choose where she wants to go. So that's what this is all about. Where are you going? Let's go! I think this is a great option too. Sorry, it's a little windy. I think this is a great option too if you have a dog that you're trying to build their confidence up a little bit. This is a great activity for those dogs. Just giving them the option of choice is naturally going to build their confidence over time with a lot of different areas of their lives. And obviously, if your dog doesn't enjoy sniffing very much, like Wrigley does, this is not going to work as a form of enrichment. Enrichment is all in the eye of the beholder. So, your dog, this isn't your dog's thing. This is not your dog's thing, and that's absolutely fine. But it is a massive thing for Wrigley, so we make time for it whenever we can. Hey, yeah, good job. Let's go. Good job. What are you doing? Okay, let's go. So Wrigley's also pretty good if we're on a path about staying on that path. So sometimes the other options that she initially would want to go down, she doesn't quite know those are open to her. Hey Reeks, how about we go this way, lady? Yeah, there you go. So sometimes for her, pointing out a direction that she is able to go can be helpful. And like I said, this is very different from like a trail walk with her, where I want her to stay mostly on the trail, or close to the trail at least. I like that she's pretty good at that. And again, we're gonna kind of stay away from that area over there. Gets a little congested. Good job. So pointing out a direction that your dog does not know that they can go can also be helpful, and then, you know, giving them the choice if they want to go that way or not. So that can be fun too. So obviously, giving your dog maximum choice and control would involve taking them off leash. There are areas here in Colorado, a lot of areas, that you can take your dog specifically where they're allowed to be off leash, hiking trails and whatnot, so, which is great. It's just not an atmosphere that Wrigley would succeed in, just given all the other off-leash dogs. So on-leash parks like this are ideal for us and for serving her purposes. So obviously she can't have full choice and control because she's still on leash, and I'm making suggestions as to what I might prefer that she do. And by prefer, I'm kind of making suggestions on, like, how about we go this way rather than the way that you're going, because the way you're going is going to end up in a much shorter walk overall. So a lot of the stuff that I'm doing is like to her benefit, really, and guiding her in the right way that I know how this park is laid out, that is going to take us almost the longer route in a sense. And then obviously when we need to go, my car is right over there. When we need to go, we need to go, and the walk in terms of choice and control kind of ends there as well. But she always gets something for hopping back up in her crate in the trunk, and she has a lot of built-up positive associations with being in there. So for her, it's never a horrible thing that the walk ends and she's got to get back in the car again. But yeah, so this is kind of what our sniffy walks look like. There's not a whole lot of me moving. And let's see, to give you guys an idea, this is what my watch constantly asks me. Like, are you done working out? You're not walking very much. Let's dismiss that. And let's see, it's been 42 minutes and we haven't even gone a mile yet. So to give you an idea of how much this dog loves to sniff, we did not go very far. Very different deal to just going for a walk with your dog. It's a completely different experience for them, and it's not necessarily an exercise driven type walk, but she's still moving around, and putting her on the long leg gives her the freedom to move as normally as she would move. Dogs naturally walk a lot faster than we do as people, so she's moving pretty slow today. There's some days where she will not stop to sniff. She'll just go, and she's got so much built up energy, and I'm gonna stop her right there because our car is right over here. But yeah, today all about stopping and casually sniffing along. Hey Riggs, what do you think? I think it's time to go. Yay, good girl. Nice job. Alright, sure the coast is clear. Let's go to the car. Come on. Good job, girl. You got that? Good girl. Nice, very nice. Please get snacks for getting back in the car, and you always sit on the leash. Yeah. Good job, lady. Got butter, good to go. Awesome.